Hello guys and welcome back to Power and Revolution 2020 edition with our Israeli playthrough here. Last episode was pretty eventful. We finished building these gas wells over here, which really gave a big boost to our economy, which was otherwise starting to slow down. Inflation's been going up still, so I have started adjusting the interest rate finally. We've been building a couple more solar plants because we've been paying attention to our energy, which is kind of teetering between self-sufficient and not self-sufficient. So we want to stay above that teetering line if at all possible. Last episode, we also got down to like 12% popularity at one point, while I went ahead and got rid of all the unions in the country and made one mega union where it would be a lot easier to actually control and make happy, appease the citizens in my country and avoid riots and protests and demonstrations, all that crap, so that we just have one mega union that's easy to keep pleased and satisfied, so that the unrest in our country grinds to a halt, even while we're still a democracy. So that's interesting. We may not even have to go like full dictatorship mode. If people are just happy, if they just stay happy with the way things are, technically that's fine. That being said, we do have a meeting with India here to start this episode. He requested a meeting with me, and he would like to sell me, oh my god, beef. We have an insanely high purchasing price for beef compared to what they sell it for. Now, he wants to sell me 1,500. That is a very small amount, but that makes sense because we don't actually need that much. We produce a lot of what we need. I'm retarded, and that's not the first time I've done that. I read the price as the amount. He wants to sell us 12,500. Same situation. It's not an excessive amount. We can definitely do this. We're going to try to get a better price here. So 151.43, just in case. And let's see if he wants to negotiate. He does want to. Oh my god, that's a much, much better price. I'm afraid to even say no to this. I'm just going to accept it. That's so much better of a price than what we get it for. Our population would definitely benefit from that. Probably going to say no, but you want a non-aggression? No? Alright, well, it was nice meeting with you. I'm glad. We should do it again sometime. Last episode, we were also messing around with getting some of our industries back online and producing again. And as you can see, one such industry is the rice industry. It's currently nationalized. We're going to undo that. Unnationalize it, denationalize it, get it to that half and half state, or according to this, quarter and 75% state. Either way, that delicious, productive state where we want it to be. And we will also do the same for sugar, because we also got the sugar industry up and running again. We have a couple more under farming here, as you can see, that we need to kind of fix up. I think I'll let these two laws go through, though, these two nationalizations go through before I start messing with this, just to avoid any potential nonsense. Pakistan financing the Russian mafia. You bitch. You bitches. How could you do that to me? Another thing we were doing last episode was cleaning up all the terrorist organizations that spawned from the unions that we got rid of. So maybe we got rid of the unions 2 episodes ago. I don't know. I guess so. Either way, that's the case. We're finding out so many things about all these heads of state. So Pakistan, you hate me, so I guess I'm not surprised. Can we like make a scandal? Make the scandal relating to the head of state public. All right. So Pakistan. Their media is probably stifled, but I could still try it. What else do we have here? What else do we have information on? Who do we care about? So we've tried already to get UN permission for some of these locations, like Egypt, Iran, Saudi Arabia? No, maybe not Saudi Arabia. No, maybe Saudi Arabia. I forget. Let's go ahead and make scandals related to the head of the state public in Egypt. Probably won't work. And Iran. Probably won't work. And maybe it will work. I don't know, but probably not. Yeah, so that's not going to work. That's not going to work. And that's not going to work. All these countries around me have a really stifled media. I should really stifle my own media at some point. At the very least, get propaganda on it rather than just state pressures and influence. But we're still recovering our popularity from getting rid of all the unions. We almost got kicked out of power almost completely deposed. If Israel did not start out with basically almost max security service for the head of state for the police spending, we'd be a lot worse off. Hey, look, our crime rate for homicides has been going down, and I haven't even been messing around with this. That's really cool. I wonder why that's happening. So this is crazy. Our growth has gone up even more, and our unemployment gone down even more. And I haven't even done anything recently. My economy's just booming. I'll definitely need to up that interest rate. So the leader of Canada, we all know who he is in real life, just got deposed. Whatever's happening in Canada, oh god, he's been replaced by this inhuman-looking weirdo. Oh, Jesus Christ. I love how his name in-game, though, is Jordan Brodo. Like, how do they even come up with these names? I don't know. Anyway, the leader of Indonesia wanted to meet with me, so I have set up that meeting. I polled my citizens, and they seemed pretty neutral about the whole concept of raising financial transaction taxes from 0.05% to 0.1%. So I'm just going to go ahead and do it. It can net us some more money. It can net us some more protection on our inflation based on speculation, which is stuff that I have explained in a previous episode, and you'll only really get otherwise if you're just savvy on how economics and the trade market work. Don't know how much of that this game actually simulates. I don't think it simulates very much of it, but I know it does at least simulate an effect with your inflation. Our nationalization decrees have gone through. I wonder... The decree. Does he say the decree if it's a bill and it's voted on? Or is it just a decree when you've got rid of the power of parliament? But now that those have gone through, we can now come over to farming and safely, let's pick sugar beet, fully nationalize that. We can once again adjust our interest rate, which I'm going to adjust to, well, let's just put it to 2.5%. I think that's a really healthy interest rate in general. And if I can survive with keeping it there, I think I'd actually be pretty happy about it. Because as we see our growth still going up, inflation still slightly going up. It's still in a very healthy range, mind you, but I want to get it under control now before it becomes a problem, because it is starting to head in that direction. Our economy is booming from a mixture of reasons, like placing these gas pumps down, just an expanding economy in general, but also I'm sure these trade contracts that I'm accepting have something to do with it. I'd rather not put the interest rate over 5% if I can help it, but 2.5% I'm very happy to keep it at as well. Having it lower usually can be kind of weird, especially if it's in the 1% area. So hoping for the best there. Let's see what Indonesia wants. Indonesia wants to sell me milk. And oh my god, we are dealing with some large ass numbers here. So let's see. We have a very similar situation of our production and our consumption. They just produce and sell it for a lot less than we do because their currency is worth less. That's how that works. Their currency is worth less. If I actually, for example, left my interest rate at bare minimum and my currency became more and more devalued, separate really to inflation, I guess, kind of, as compared to other currencies, then I would start to get sales and purchase prices similar to what they have, but simultaneously my taxes would produce less revenue and the living situations of my people would just be worse overall. So that's why I am aiming to try to maintain at least a standstill, still standing or increasing in strength currency, to try to go that opposite direction. I don't want to be the world's greatest economy. I started out as a very tiny economy. I just want to be one surviving that has good reliance on taxation without needing to rely on trade. Like when we played Brazil, we were heavily reliant on trade, even as China, but it was mainly automatic. With Brazil, I had to actually get us the trade contracts. Anyway, let's actually try to see about negotiating this. So let's send that over. This is a really small amount anyway, but all right, much better price. Let's try 225 and send that over. He's down to 240. All right, let's try 235 just to eke out a slightly better price, and he's accepted it. 235. Yeah, it's a better price. I got a better price for milk. Whoop-de-doo. That should help my economy, which I'm trying to control anyway, but I'm not seeking out these trade contracts. They're coming to me. There's more value in it than just economic effect and also the effect of the prices on your people, but also your relationships with these other countries. Every trade contract does help your relationship with a country that offers it. So it's definitely good to accept this kind of thing. The World Trade Organization, yeah, again, they're going to kick me out. I said last episode that the World Trade Organization was going to kick me out. They're going to kick me out. What is this? So I am in need of money, so I'm going to go set up some meetings with the billionaires. So I have my meeting with the left-wing billionaire who loves me. The right-wing billionaire hates my guts. And I'm pretty sure I know why. Despite being a right-wing party, I have increased taxes a lot in an attempt, especially on companies, transactions, and things that a right-wing billionaire would not like taxes on, like this. I've kind of relied on that, so I'm sure the whole right wing of the country hates me, even though I'm not being crazy left wing. I guess improvement of fission plants. Okay, so we've just researched the improvement of fission plants. I'm going to actually show you this process a little bit more. So just last year we discovered the nuclear fission in general, or maybe it was an upgrade, but now we have advanced nuclear fission, and once again, I'm just going to keep this kind of thing to myself. I'm not going to share this with the rest of the world. What is this? Public finances are happy? Oh, that's good. Was that boost just from raising the tax on financial transactions? Was it really? Because I'm surprised if that's the case. By the way, we did infiltrate some terrorist groups. Yeah, it was about half a month ago. So let me go ahead and actually try to dismantle these. Try to re-infiltrate this. We failed twice in a row. Here's some coffee. Here's some champagne. You are radiant, you left-wing little gay billionaire. You're the richest and the most generous. Would you like to fund my party?
It's a good idea.
I'm glad you think so. Would you like to speak highly of me in public too? Thank you. Thank you very much. I mean, the left wing hates rich people, so I don't know what a left-wing billionaire saying good things about me would do. Because the left hates rich people, the right hates left-wingers, so theoretically a left-winger speaking out on my behalf that's a billionaire should only make everybody hate me, but this isn't real life. This is a game. Unemployment's up to 4%, growth, ooh, with my giant interest rate increase. That was my biggest increase the whole game so far. Plus the law on financial transaction taxes going through. It does look like we have lost some of that growth, I think. I'm pretty sure. Still in a very good spot. It's not in a bad place, don't get me wrong. It's doing well. We'll have to wait to see what our inflation does now. It may just teeter off. It may start going down. It may start going up. So long as it stays under 2%, we're really, really well off. If it gets over 2%, that's not that good. If it hits 3%, it's still in a healthy spot. But that's really where you need to make sure you start getting that shit completely leveled off, if not heading downwards. Because once you get past 3%, you are officially in an unhealthy situation. The president of Algeria wants to meet with me. Okay. I guess he wants to trade with me. So this nationalization has finished, the last one, and the billionaire speaking out for me got me a 4.8% popularity boost. That would never happen in real life. Again, who would like that? Left-wingers hate billionaires. Right-wingers hate left-wingers. Who would have enjoyed a left-wing billionaire speaking out for me? Nobody. Absolutely nobody. And he gave me $1.5 million. Thank you very much, good sir. Okay, what was I doing? Nationalization. So I just finished a nationalization. That's good. The people didn't actually like that. So the bonus we got was actually higher. We just had a little bit of a debuff, opposite of a bonus, with nationalizing sugar beet, especially because we're going from free market to nationalization all in one go. Try to get manpower in here to revive this simultaneously. We will try to fully nationalize sugarcane so we can do the same there. So we unfortunately took a 5 to 6% hit from some kind of scandal that's happening. I don't know what the scandal is. Game doesn't tell you until you read the paper. We have gotten rid of one of the remaining terrorist groups. We're now we got rid of 2 of them. They only told me about one of them. We're now down to just one remaining Union terrorist force, and the Russian mafia, which honestly has been growing. We haven't been making a dent in the Russian mafia, and the Russian mafia has been growing with funders from Iran and Pakistan, maybe, I forget which countries, but it has a couple countries funding it. It's actually been gaining strength, meaning we're going to require some increases of spending here to actually end up fully getting rid of it. At the very least, the Russian mafia doesn't cause any natural, or I guess not natural, but disaster events like a terrorist attack, which actually Palestine just encountered on the West Bank. Our sugar beet sector is up and running again. That's really good. Let's go ahead over to farming now. Find sugar beet up and running. And let's denationalize it. Thank you. As for tobacco, would be the only remaining one here we have yet to nationalize or start a process to. We're going to go ahead and start that so we can start producing some tobacco. Hell yeah, cancer. So we have our meeting here with the leader of Algeria. We're going to see what he wants. He wants to sell us cereals, which is something we're already buying quite a lot of. And the price he's offering us really isn't the greatest. Tell you what, man, I can do some more. I can do some more here, but you're going to have to give me a damn good price. No higher than 225, I don't think. So let's send that over. All right, we're off to a good start. 196. I'm not going up that far, man. 196, 207, negotiate. He accepted 207. All right. So we got some more cereals to import. Sure. That's really good. Won't help economic growth in terms of the cereal sector, but will help anything and everything related to it, which is fine. Anything to make my economy more livable would be nice. We're also going to start spending some money again. I am now going to go through sports, and I am going to literally max the fuck out of every single discipline. These are just the disciplines. You know what? That's a terrible idea. Look at how much money that costs. Let's go 2 stars at a time. So I was doing 2 stars at a time before. We're probably going to want to stick with that. That's a lot of money. I underestimated it by seeing it was 2 million each. And I forgot just how many disciplines there are. See, that's already a lot better. Let's raise everything by 2 stars more. And it's a cost of about a little over 35 million. Still a decent amount to us, but hopefully it should give us a boost. If not an immediate boost, a longer running, recurring boost every time something sports related comes up. We still have to fuck with all this over here, and there's a lot of money to spend here. Just look at the bottom. If we wanted all this maxed out, here's how much it would cost total. We would get some negative public finances hits if we actually tried to do that. So no negative hits at the moment from public finances, so I did probably do a good thing by lowering that amount. We did get 1.2% total from those increases, so that's good. That's helping. I want to get our popularity up again so that we can continue doing more social reforms to get Israel just crafted to the way we want it, basically. So this scandal is still eating away at our popularity. We got another hit from whatever this scandal is. Can I check? I looked through the paper, and I didn't see anything about a scandal. And I don't think that I can see... What if is it on me? Is it my character? What is it? Not that I can see. I don't see anything here about any scandals. Yeah, you can see we got another minus 5% hit from scandals. Whatever it is, it's annoying while it's going on. It won't last forever, but it is annoying while it goes on. So I was looking around for some ways we could maybe increase some popularity that wouldn't eat crazy much into our budget. Our budget is still in the excess. We're doing fine. And I did find that, the highway tolls doesn't actually make us a lot of money. I pulled and found that people would like it if it would be gone. So I'm going to try to get it completely erased out of existence, get rid of it, because it would also encourage people to buy cars, I would assume, and to drive, which would then fuel, no pun intended, our fuel industry, would maybe generate more income from sales and taxes there, just would get people, the cars per capita. It would get this going up higher. It would theoretically also cause more income to be generated through there's an actual separate tax on the registration of vehicles. What the fuck is happening? Where am I getting a minus 14.3% from? I'm on an autosave. What? Economy, environment, purchasing power. What the fuck? Well, that doesn't tell me a lot. Well, I have been kicked out of the World Trade Organization. I saw that coming.
Honestly, have you ever thought about children's future?
Saw this coming, but at the same time, bro, I've barely done anything. You're complaining for literally no reason. So the ecologist hates me. All I did was adjust a simple tax. It wasn't even a lot. It was like 12 cents. It was like 12 cents toll. That was nothing. What kind of fucking hit is that? I feel like the associations just declared war on me. That's what the associations can do to me? Oh, this is war. This is war, boys. We're gonna put them to tolerated and monitored now. Wish me luck, because this might be the same kind of uphill battle that I fought against the unions, but I'm not gonna take this shit. So the war's happening, my little metaphorical war over here versus my own people, my associations. I just got this alert saying there's a dramatic increase in extreme poverty. Well, decided to take a look at that. And turns out there's actually been a dramatic decrease in extreme poverty. So dramatic, in fact, it's gone from literally like 23% to like 16%. So I don't know what he's going on about. I've already dealt with 3 riots. There's a strike, there's another riot. This is exhausting. I will win. A happy little side note while my popularity plummets is that both the sugarcane and tobacco industries are now self-sufficient, basically. They're running. Maybe they're not, positive, but they're running. So I'm going to get those to just state involvement, not full state ownership. Farming's now done. The next thing would be looking at things like industry. We're still subsidizing the water supply networks. I'm not sure. I think it's been growing just ever so slowly. Our consumption doesn't seem to have changed much. We're still very much in the positive. In fact, we're exporting. Getting all these industries online will take quite a bit. Another hit, I think the law just went through. The highway toll legislation just went through. Yeah, look at that. So it gets a big boost to purchasing power. Huge, because that increases the purchasing power of our people. Automobile likes it, but the environment hates it. It hates it terribly, even though it's not that dramatic of a change. You go from a 12 cents toll to nothing, and they act like you just became Hitler. That's the fucking problem with this game. There's a couple things about this series that you really don't understand watching it, that are so annoying to deal with when you've played other games like this. And one of the things is, so growth and unemployment. So as growth goes up, unemployment is supposed to go down. In real life, this is very typically always the case. If you look at all of my playthroughs so far, you will find that I can get my growth up to a very constant, stable, 3 to 6%, and my unemployment will still go up. This just does not happen in real life. Now, don't quote any anomalies to me. As a standard, growth goes up, more jobs are created, more workers get employed. The only way for unemployment to go up is if you're adding a lot of workers to your economy. We are not. Our growth rate has slowed. It's at a very small amount. There's no way that our economy is growing slower than our population. It's growing much faster. But this is just something that never rightly gets translated. Another thing, and this one you see more commonly in reviews, because most people that play this game, they don't understand economics. They don't understand anything about economics. But they do understand the popularity boost. Most would see that just getting rid of highway tolls from 12 cents to nothing should not and would not do this. What is this massive negative, goodbye your popularity for economy? Getting rid of the highway tolls would only help the economy. Why is it upset at me like that? Why is it so upset? And environment, too. Well, are you telling me environmentalists would really be that upset that you got rid of a 12-cent highway toll during the era of electric cars? It's not like environmentalists hate driving. Certainly not enough that if this was just by itself would cause probably a 25% popularity decrease. I took almost a 16% from that first wave. I don't even know how this was so much smaller. I don't understand it, and even other players will call this out in the reviews all the time, but let me tell you guys, it takes some appreciation. You really just don't understand until you play this game how stupid some of the design choices are. From the way the economy works with growth and unemployment just not making any sense at all. Like, I almost never have to introduce new workers into the economy because the growth is just so bad at affecting the unemployment anyway that I have an infinite amount of workers with which to grow my economy. That makes no sense. And then also just the way popularity boosts. Can you imagine if a sitting president of a country made one decision, just one? Biden took office recently, and he's made so many executive orders in his first, sitting week or whatever, that it's only compared by one or two other presidents. So many executive orders, not even laws, executive orders. All I did was get rid of a 12% highway toll. And I've lost a total now of, if you cut out all the green, I'm sure half my popularity. But if you keep in all the good things I've been doing to keep it from going that way, I've gone down from almost 80% popularity to 40%. Can you imagine if a sitting president did that? Was sitting president just one highway toll removal, 12 cent to no cent, and then all of a sudden his approval rating goes from 80% almost down to 40%? That would not happen. I hate it. Rant over. Look at this piece of shit. I am the biggest threat to our world, to our ecosystem, says the game. I just got rid of a 12-cent highway toll. Do you know how much environmental spending I have increased since the start of this? I'm building solar power plants to encourage green energy, to encourage transitioning to electric cars. What the fuck? Guys,
Fellow esteemed citizens, our current situation is critical. Faced with repeated provocations from this rogue state that is threatening both our country and the international community, I have made a conscious decision to declare war. We regret that diplomacy has failed. It is now up to our guns to speak for us, so that we can defend our homeland.
China just declared war on Israel. And the United States discovered the diabetes medication. Not Israel, I am Israel. China just declared war on Afghanistan, who is already at war with itself and the Mujahideen, which is essentially unbeatable in real life anyway. In game, I can beat them real quick. China just declared war on Afghanistan. What the fuck? Public finances. Alright, got a random public finances boost, don't know how. And the USA has a military camp in Afghanistan. This could so easily bring the US into a conflict with China. I'm just Israel. I'm just a little tiny country having internal problems. Are the two largest superpowers in the world about to go to war with each other? Is Afghanistan about to get wiped off the map? Is absolutely nothing gonna come of this? I don't know. I'm kind of concerned. That being said, Afghanistan is real, just look, there's only this little pass to get into Afghanistan unless China just ends up trespassing on someone's territory. Otherwise, and this area is just really not really that inhabited. There's not much over here. There may be something. There's a city, but other than that, not much. So I don't really know how this is gonna go. It would be really crazy if this blows up into World War III while I'm just over here trying to survive, the ecologists trying to destroy my country because I got rid of a highway toll. The law and associations has not actually gone through yet, but we have a nice full episode here. We're going to end it on that little crazy note of China trying to destroy Afghanistan. Next episode, we are going to try to continue fighting for our popularity. We're going to get those associations dependent on us. We're going to get them dependent on us because I don't want them to have any influence in which they could ever do something like that again. That was so unrealistically bad, and I have to spend money in order to get it back to a reasonable point. There's nothing else I can do unless... yeah, I don't... fucking hell, it's annoying. We have infiltrated the last remaining rebel thing, and that was on the 30th, so we'll just set that to dismantle as we end the episode here. So thank you guys very much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.